wanted to talk a little bit about my trip to Mexico. Just because a lot of people don't know me that've seen it, but I am a Daca recipient, so I did request for an emergency advance parole to be able to go see my grandfather, who right now he's not doing so great. He did get diagnosed with stomach cancer and he is going through chemo, but he is a lot older, so that I don't know. Hopefully he lives a lot longer, but that could have been my last time seeing him. I don't know when I'll be able to go again. It's kind of, up in the air at this point for that, but yeah, I don't think people realize how it was an I'm trying not to cry, but it was very emotional for me, for my family, for Christian even, because he got to see where I came from, where my family's from, and just that it's it's crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but it was very emotional for me. It was very healing for me. It was full circle to have gone to Mexico for the first time in more than 20 years, so way more than 20 years, but I'm rounding it to 20 years, but it's just, it was a blessing. I love my family. My family here even means the world to me, but Mexico just has different energy. It was so calming to be there, even if I was only there for a little bit. It was just like the air is different, the energy is different. It was just nice to be there. It was nice to be there with my family. I don't think I honestly, if you would have asked me 6 months ago where I would be, that I would have gone to Mexico in 2023, hell, I wouldn't have thought it. I didn't submit my paperwork I submitted my paperwork in September, and just waiting on it. I just tried not to think about it. I visually saw myself there already, so I kind of knew it was gonna happen. It didn't really hit me until I got back, because over there I was just like, well, I'm there, I need to go see my family. I'm with my family. It didn't really hit me, oh shit, I was in Mexico. And crossing the border wasn't bad. I feel like if I would have flown, I've seen so many horror stories on TikTok mainly about traveling that way, and they were all in the airplane, and I feel like airports don't really necessarily know or very common, but again, we drove through the border, so I feel like driving through, they've seen that a lot more, and although the person that stamped my papers, they forgot one stamp, they dated it wrong, it was this whole thing. So thankfully I got the extra stamp, and thankfully they corrected it and all of that. So you just never know. It's not a very common thing, but I feel like they've seen it enough that the officers that I was in contact with were so nice about it. The one that stopped us first, he was just like, just asking me questions, just being super nice. And then the girl who got my paperwork to get restamped, she was so sweet. It was a nerve-wracking experience, just because you don't know, you don't know what could happen, but thankfully I had a good experience. Obviously Christian, my boyfriend, went with me. My uncle drove us there and back. So I was comfortable, I was with people I knew and people I trusted, and just in case anything happened. you know, I went to Sinaloa, right? Not even a week ago, it was not great there, right? They weren't letting anybody in and out of Sinaloa because of everything going on. And that was also nerve-wracking because I'm going into the unknown. I haven't been there in a long time. Things aren't great, obviously, going there. So thankfully nothing happened. Nothing happened on the way there and back. So it was a 12-hour drive. So yeah, it was a long drive, but we made it. I'm glad I did it. It was, again, probably the most nerve-wracking thing I ever did, but I'm glad I did it. It gave me a chance to see my family again. And, you know, Daca is really up in the air. There's no pathway to citizenship. So it's just kind of like renewing it whenever you possibly can. And then hoping that the laws change. I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, I'm here now. Like, I don't care what argument you want to do about immigration. I was very young when they brought me over here, but this is my home. You know, I love Mexico and I love my family, but I could not see myself living there. I just couldn't. Like, I grew up here. I went to school here. I did all my schooling here. Like, I'm from here, even though, you know, I'm not from here. It's really a mind fuck, because I'm not from over there because I didn't grow up there, and I'm not from here because I don't have citizenship. So I know a lot of people that I grew up with, kind of, I think we all went through that, like, where am I from? Like, what am I? You know, I am Mexican fully because I was born over there, but I grew up here and I feel more American than most Americans, I feel like. But it's just, you know, it's just up in the air. I don't know. This is really, it's an experience. I'm taking it in as it comes, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I have felt like I didn't amount to anything because right now, currently, I'm unemployed. So, and I didn't finish school. I went to medical assisting. I went to medical assisting school and I completed that, but I didn't really go to college. I had enough college credits to continue, but again, circumstances kind of sucked for me. I didn't get scholarships after high school. I didn't have the funds for it. My parents could only help me so much, and I couldn't start working until I had Daca. And even with Daca, like, that's when I went into medical assisting, and I worked multiple jobs. At one point I had 3, I think, and full-time school. And that was, I don't even know how I did that. I can't even imagine doing that now. So, you know, I'm not saying it was easy for anybody else. I'm so proud of everybody who was able to attend school. Like, I'm your number one fan, if anything. But for me, I felt sometimes like I didn't do enough, like I wasn't enough, like I didn't amount to anything. But you know what? I'm still here, and that's all that matters. So just, I guess, thank you for hearing me out and hearing my little life story. I've never talked to anybody about it except the people that know me. So it's just weird. Anyways, I don't want to cry. I did my makeup, but thanks for watching.